Laura here from Hedgehog's Homestead. Today I wanted to talk about what every homesteader needs to know before they start homesteading. That is how big of a commitment it is. I'm about to go away for the weekend, and I'm just getting to be able to get away. Otherwise, we have to get a farm sitter. And so anytime Chris and I want to go somewhere, we'll need a farm sitter. Unless our pigs are put in a permanent paddock and they have a feeder, but still they would need somebody to check in on them. I'm just going to be gone 4 days. And it is chicken food. So what I'm going to do for my chickens is I'm going to put the chicken food in a 50-gallon or a 50-pound bag feeder, which I'll bring out to them later today and fill that up. And then with my ducks, I'm gonna fill up a feeder too, but my husband still has to water them. And so I have to get all this stuff prepared just to make it as easy as possible, because he's got a job that he has to work and take care of the animals while I'm gone. So it kind of stinks a little bit. It's too bad we both can't go, but that's okay. We wanted this. We wanted to be able to be homesteaders, me more than him. He likes the idea now that I'm actually being able to grow stuff and we actually have animals that are feeding us. Right now we grow our own chickens, we grow our own pork, and in the future it will be cattle too. So now I have to leave all this information. He does not feed the animals, about what to do, that I water them twice a day. He doesn't know that, except for the chickens. The pigs and the ducks need fresh water twice a day. And it's a lot of work. He's got to know the mixture that I give to the piglets. The feeder piglets are different than the pigs that we're gonna grow out. So that's different. Right now we're feeding them the same. So for these 4 days while I'm gone, until I get back, and then we separate the two, then we'll be feeding all the girls the same food and the boys will get different food, because the boys are our feeder pigs. So even if we had a farm sitter, I would have to do the same amount of work to write down all this information and make sure he gets it. Animals like the cat, to make sure that she's got plenty of food while I'm gone and water. My kitty. Then I don't even know what I'm going to do about the garden. It's going to have to not be watered while I'm gone. And hopefully it survives. So what I'm gonna do Friday morning is soak everything really super good, because it's gonna be sunny and in the 80s while I'm gone. And I have seedlings in there. Hopefully they won't get eaten by the chickens. So I have some other food I need to put in these buckets. some tomatoes. Mrs. Pigglesworth is going to get a couple strips of chicken. And the chickens are going to get some pork on the side. We don't feed our pigs pork. And so I got to put it in the wrong bucket. All in. And I see every one but the black one, but the black one's broody, so she's probably inside. And I see all my chickens that are on the outside. You see? Okay. Big commitments on the homestead. When you have animals and you have a garden, somebody's got to watch it while you're gone. I could put a timer on the sprinkler, but I don't have that kind of stuff set up because I don't usually go anywhere. But my daughter is going to have a baby. I'm going to be a grandmother for the second time. And having a little girl. And they haven't really decided on a name yet. What are you doing? You better not pee in there with my carrots or poop. So I need to go get the hose. I'll be right back. The things that we're doing to kind of help minimize this is that we are partnering with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So every once in a while we can get away if like there's an emergency. We're partnered with them on the pigs, not on the chickens, but the chickens I could put and the ducks, I could give them like the ducks, I can give them a big pool of water, which I am going to do today or tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do that. And so tomorrow evening. So they will have water the whole time I'm gone. They will have food the whole time I'm gone. Yes, they will manure in the water, unfortunately. But if my husband sees that it's gross, he'll clean it out. That's just the way he is. He's not somebody that's going to leave it all gross and disgusting. That is the nice thing about partnering with somebody or knowing other homesteaders that can watch your place. One of the things that I am loving about homesteading, if it wasn't a life, it's a life choice. It's a whole lifestyle. It's not something that you just take on and you lightly do. It's a whole life commitment, a way of life, but it is so rewarding because when you grow something in your garden or eat your meat that you've grown, it means a lot more. It actually, you know, you grew this with the help of the Lord above, of course, because nothing gets done without him. And so it is a way of life. It's I've had to back out of some commitments because I'm doing this. I don't go up to where my daughter lives a lot because of what I'm doing. I actually haven't been up there at all. A lot of times it's either Chris running off or me running off somewhere, and so we don't get to go to a lot of places together. but we do spend a lot of time on the homestead doing stuff together. Will we always do this? Probably not. I mean, there's an end all to this, but for this time and this purpose, we are loving what we're doing. We love taking care of the animals. We love our animals. A lot of people are like, how can you eat them if you love them? You'd have to be doing this lifestyle to understand that. We give them the best life that they can ever. That's why we raise our pigs on pasture and we raise our chickens. I mean, I wish I could let them all run, but it seems like the other ones aren't very wise and don't hide. Well, I mean, these chickens here are protected by the pigs that are running free, but the other ones aren't very wise. One of the mistakes I think we made early on is raising our chickens with ducks and turkeys, and the turkeys want to stay out at night, and so the turkey would be sitting outside the coop while the chickens want to go in. So because the chicken or the turkey was kind of the boss that we lost, she would stay outside, and so the chickens stayed outside with her. And so since she's been gone, they still kind of stay outside at night. So we're getting a whole enclosed coop because of that, because then they're predators of all forms. We have owls and hawks that will go after them, coyotes. And I know that a lot of people say, well, coyotes won't go after your chickens. Well, I'm here to say they will. I have coyote poop right over there, and I have chased my coyotes away from my chickens. Bobcat, that will go after our chickens too, and they love it. And there's Mrs. Pigglesworth going after the hose again. These hoses are very expensive, Mrs. Pigglesworth. You got enough water in there? You want that? Sometimes she likes to drink directly out of the hose, and so she'll pull it out of her water thing and want to drink directly out of it. Before I go on vacation. And it makes it hard to go on vacation because it's work to go on vacation. Will you guys be quiet? So know that before you go on a homestead, it's like when you leave your kids, your toddler, and they have to know everything equipment ready for them. That's what it's like. But it's worth it because I get to go see my daughter, and the food is delicious, and we know where it comes from, and it will prolong our health. Plus, we're getting older, but because of all the stuff we do around the homestead, we have to modify things, and we have to use tractors and stuff like that. As an older couple, and I mean 50-ish, it's a lot of extra work that when you're thinking of retiring, you might not want to do. I don't want to discourage anybody from homesteading because I do love it so much. I love taking stuff out of the garden and making meals out of it for myself, for my husband, for our children. When people come over, I love to share our food with them. It's kind of like everything's a homemade meal, but it starts from scratch, and it starts in your garden. And we eat from scratch all the time because we have fresh ingredients. I'm just going to water everything really good before I go. And I knew this was coming up a while ago, so it was nice to know that, so that I'm not making a last minute trip. Huge commitment, guys. So really think it through. One of the things that we did and didn't listen to is we got a tractor right away. We're older, and they say, oh, young people, you know, you can rent land, you can do this, you can do that. We had the money for land, so we went ahead and bought it. Well, it was cheaper. So we had the ability to do that. We bought a tractor while we had the money. So we did that, and we're glad that we did that as an older couple. A lot of these people that are talking this way are usually people that are younger, starting out doing it a lot younger, and doing it debt-free. We were in a young family. That's a great time to start this. If you want to travel a lot, it's not a good thing for you to do. So if you like traveling, homesteading isn't for you, because you're not going to be able to do it a lot, because it's a huge commitment, and you don't want to, nobody's going to treat your animals like you treat them. So I mean, if you have dogs, you know that, right? That's the same thing with dogs. So, got a nice carrot growing here. Maybe some carrots back here even. That's what made me think about what you need to know before you go and start a homestead. It's a lot of work. It's a 24/7 commitment. Even when you're away, you still have to be available by phone so you can respond to emergencies. If you want to go an extra day on a vacation or just, skip town for a while, ain't going to happen. You got to be happy with what you're doing and your land and all of that. Because when you go on vacation, do you run into a lot of people that homestead? Probably not. But we love this lifestyle. We love our animals. We really enjoy taking care of animals. Chris and I both love the pigs. I didn't think that I was going to love the pigs as much as I did, but I love them. And it's hard for me to watch them go off to be processed. But you get to this point where you almost learn to detach yourself a little bit from the ones that are going to get processed. It's a coping skill that you do. And so when you're dealing with that kind of stuff, that's what you have to do, is just remember, this is for meat for my freezer. I'm still going to treat them with respect. If they're wounded, I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to give them the best care possible. I'm going to love on them no different than the chicken next to them. But I may not name them, It's all what you can handle, One of the pigs that we processed, I named. I really wanted to keep that pig. I couldn't help myself. She was just such a character. And so I named her Reba. She was a redhead. And so maybe we'll have a Reba too. I don't know. We have a brown pig that maybe we'll call her Brownie or something like that. But sometimes people name their animals food names. That seems to help them cope. I know Justin Rhodes does that with his cattle. But that's how you deal with it. And you tend to eat more of what's on your plate, know where it came from, and you did the work to bring it there. You respect it, you honor it a little more. And I think as we honor our animals and honor our land, taking care of them, we honor God and the creation that He created them for. So that is my little jaunt on what you need to know before you go homesteading, or what going on vacation as a homesteader looks like. God bless you guys. We'll see you guys next time here on Hedgehog's Homestead. Bye.